everybody? Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas. I hope you're having a great day. I know it is Patriots Day, September 11th, an extra emotional day for, I would say Americans, but I would say everyone around the world. I think any human being who has any kind of a heart can understand the terror of such a day. So, anyways, last night as I was putting out some recycling, our local Boy Scouts were out putting the flag in our front yard. So if I don't know if everyone does this, but our local Boy Scout troop has set days, maybe 5 or 6 during the year, where they put out a flag if you pay them the annual donation, which we do. And yesterday was. So they're out putting the flag in. And I said, thank you, boys. And as I walked away, I'm like, they weren't even a thought in their mother and father's eyes when September 11th, 2001 happened. But I know they understand the importance of the day, but also I don't think unless you lived through it, especially as an adult or a child old enough to remember, that you really have all the emotions. So anyways, we're not going to touch on that. We're a happy, safe space to chat all reality TV and of course, Jeff Lewis Live. So welcome. If you are new, get comfortable in comments. We love hearing what you think. We want to hear what you have questions about. Andy Cohen Live today did mention September 11th, obviously, and he asked John Hill where he was on September 11th, and he told us, and I was really hoping that Andy would tell us, because I think as much as I watch Andy Cohen content, and he's a New Yorker, or he was in New York at that time, I should say, he's obviously from St. Louis, that he would tell us, but he gave us nothing. He told us nothing. He gave us some cute, Ben stories, but, other than that, he told us nothing. He made me want ice cream early on in the morning, even though I'm still not feeling 1,000%. If you follow me on my Instagram, Jeff Lewis Obsessed, my stories is where I kind of put more like quick personal things. And I got hit all of a sudden cleaning out this amazing closet that is my 19-year-old's. I was cleaning it out, and all of a sudden I had, I guess, what I've never heard of before, what Josh Flagg mentioned today, a Jewish stomach. And I won't go into details, but all of a sudden, I don't think I was feeling all that great. I'm still not 1,000%. I did just take a shower, but it was all I could do to muster, like brushing my hair out and putting a little bit of lipstick on for y'all. So this is all you're going to get today. So thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for buying the badges. Aloha from Maui. I love that. And I know we have a lot of international chumpettes. So welcome. I love that no matter what the time zone is, some of you are able to join live. Some of you are able to watch on the replay. So whatever thank you so much. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to make a comment. I would really, really appreciate it. Let's get into shout out news because there is so much. I'm just going to touch on a lot of it. Okay, so Rick and Kelly this morning, they mentioned that Thursday they're going to be on Jeff Lewis Live again. And she says, I'm not looking forward to it. I think she means talking about the Heather McDonald stuff. But I'm like, she says she doesn't want to get involved. Well, you've made several podcasts about it, and even one of them was literally in the title, like we're going over Earring Gate or whatever she called it, the Heather McDonald stuff. They put out a Patreon that said stuff about it. So anyways, I don't understand why she says she doesn't want to get involved. But I did watch one of her Instagram stories, said she'd been awake for like 48 hours. So maybe she was just delusional and tired or having a Jewish stomach like I'm having. Justin Martindale, speaking of, somebody sent this to me. I'm assuming this was on his Justin Martindale Facebook group that I think someone else created amongst all this drama, just like some people created a All Things Brandy and Julie Facebook group after that drama. So I don't think there was a Facebook fan group for Justin Martindale before, and now there is one. I'm not in it, not because I don't, like him and everything, but there's so many Facebook groups. I just can't. But I think he posted in there something basically of like, look, I don't want all the Heather McDonald bashing anymore. Not that he ever was promoting that or instigating that. He said, let's move on. He basically says there is zero hope for rekindling their friendship or their professional relationship. Now, as we all know, everybody can move on and grow and, forgive, move on, what have you. So we have no idea what will happen, but I think he did put that in there. And he just said, let's move on from all this. We're not friends. Heather McDonald, somebody sent me, a couple of y'all sent me, Adam Carolla, who I remember from Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla, which is sort of related because she has Dr. Drew on, I think sometimes or often, I don't know, on Juicy Scoop podcast. So she's on his podcast. So I started to watch it a little bit because, like I said, still don't feel 1,000%. So I was kind of lounging in bed a lot this morning. And she was late to the podcast, never really said why she was late. So that was kind of interesting. So I think she's pretty professional. She kind of, it was good. I'm not gonna lie, I only got about halfway through. Y'all, I just can't with podcasts that are over an hour. Like my undiagnosed, self-diagnosed ADD pops in and I'm like, I just can't. Like I need to fast forward or something. It was a cute banter back and forth. She does mention to him something about, can you just tell me why people hate me? And then she says that Heather wants to interview all the trolls that have like been a troll and like made fake accounts and came after people or their sponsors and then like decided that they didn't want to be a troll anymore. I'm not opposed to that. I think it's fascinating. I think the word troll is thrown around a lot. I know many months ago, somebody was DMing me on Facebook and was like, there's so many trolls in your Facebook, your Instagram live and your YouTube live. It wasn't, I don't know what trolls mean. I think a mean person with a real account is very different than a troll. I think a troll account is somebody that literally, might be Sarah that makes 10 fake accounts to troll people and literally just writes the most garbage, disgusting, things ever on fake accounts. I think a mean person can be very different. I mean, are they both disgusting, useless, garbage human beings? Absolutely. But I don't understand the whole troll thing, the whole bots thing. I don't do it. I don't know what it is. I think it's a waste of people's time and energy. And I would love for people to go back to, like someone said on an Instagram story earlier, go back to September 12th, 2001, where Americans were just so put together and we weren't against each other and there wasn't so much hate and vitriol between each other. Like, can't we all just get along? Like, seriously. Speaking of getting along, though, there continues to be, and I did not know how, I knew about it. I wasn't really thinking about how many, I don't know what you want to call them, podcasters, content creators, whatever it's called, internet people, YouTubers, what have you, that are feuding. But I came across this Sarah Fraser show on YouTube the other night after I dropped my kids off at a football game. Or I was waiting on them to get out from the football game. And she was talking about her professional relationship with David Yontef, who is behind the velvet rope. He had a falling out apparently with Kim D, the girl that used to be on Real Housewives of New Jersey. So I've seen a little bit of it. She basically defended David, saying, look, I've had a professional relationship with him. We don't pay each other. We both mutually benefit financially off being together on a podcast. And I really think that's what podcasters do, right? You kind of join your audiences together, right? And it mutually benefits everybody. Anyway, so that was interesting. Kim D has sort of addressed it. She's starting her own podcast, so we'll see. I think the Up and Adam and Zach Peter feud has died out. And I would like to say that the Heather McDonald and Jeff and Krista and Justin feud is dying out, that people are just ready to move on. Do I still feel like she should have maybe said something and just said we're moving on from it? But I don't know. I think just ignoring it might be best at this point for sure. Do you also own the Jeff Lewis YouTube channel? No, I have zero to do with that. That is somebody that I guess somehow records the Jeff Lewis video and then puts it up on YouTube. So no, and that is unofficial. So it gets taken down every once in a while, obviously for copyright infringement. Okay. Tori Spelling is alive and well. I don't know. She didn't really mention anything, but she went Instagram live over the weekend, not addressing any of the stuff that's been out there. I don't think she's selling some face product that I've seen. It's like 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at night. I can't even tell where she filmed it. It doesn't look like a house or a hotel. Like, I'm so fascinated, like what's going on with her. I want to know. Obviously, we'll talk about Josh Flagg and Tracy Tutor being on Jeff Lewis today. At the very end of the show, Josh says, oh, yes, Candy Spelling would love to come back on. She had a great time here. I think they would probably not touch on the Tori Spelling stuff, though, right? Just out of respect for Jeff's friendship and her relationship with that. Maybe it looked like a business office. It looked like one of these places you rent. I don't know. It had I don't know. Tori is a fame, you know what? Ooh, fame whore. Jeff Lewis must know what's going on with Tori. I'm assuming so. I really think Jeff is very respectful of his friends and when things are going on. And I do believe him that he asks people. That's why he tries to have dinner the night before or at least breakfast at Sight Glass, which is amazing. I cannot wait to go back there. I'll probably be there September 30th morning because I love that place so much before I'm out there for the Chef Stew and Amy Phillips event on September 30th. If you don't know about it, check out Chef Stewart's Instagram story right now. Meet Amy Phillips' Instagram story. I will be there at the happy hour, 6 to 9 p.m. And I will also be at the brunch, 12 to 3. So get your bundled tickets if you want to. realitybiteslive.com. Oh, goodness. I didn't turn my, hold on. I didn't turn my, shit. I'm getting texts because I didn't turn my phone to do not disturb. And now I don't know how to do it once I'm already in the thing. Give me 1 second. I told y'all I'm a little bit off today. Like I don't feel 100%. So anyways, okay. Hopefully that worked. Instagram. Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. By the way, I am getting an audio upgrade, a technology, a video upgrade. So thank you for sticking with me. For the people that have been going Instagram Live with me since June 2022, often from my car, from the back porch, from my bedroom, from my daughter's former closet. Thank you, OG Chumpettes. I really appreciate you sticking with me because it's just going to get better from here. And I really appreciate the Chumpettes. No, Wendy says, I thought it was you that the husband paid for the Texas ladies to have dinner with Jeff. No. So he mentioned that a long time ago, I think on a commercial break, and I chatted about it. He said they're Dallas ladies. It's never dawned on me. My husband has bought me and surprised me. I never even knew he knew what Cameo was, much less asked for it. I'm not the type of person that asks for certain birthday or Christmas or anniversary presents. I would rather him not do anything or him think of things on his own. But he has bought me 2 cameos for my birthday. One was Tori Spelling in 2021, or no, 2022. And this year's March, no, or last year's, oh my God, I'm getting it, was Andy Cohen. Whenever the Ukrainian war started, soon after is when Andy Cohen opened up his cameo. Hi, Justin Martindale. Oh, let's see if Justin wants to pop in and promote his latest podcast. Anyways, he opened up his cameos as a fundraiser for the Ukrainian war, and my husband bought me one. It was over $500 because I pay all the bills, but worth every penny. It was such a good cameo. I think it's on all of my social media. My my pixels are blurry. Wait, okay. Is that what somebody said? Probably camera not stable. I know. I'm working on all my technology, so trust me. I met with some guys Friday. I'm working with someone else, so it's all going to be good very, very soon. Thank y'all so much for sticking around with me with blurry Instagram or blurry YouTube on my iPad. Anyways, but it's never dawned on me to pay anyone for anything. Just say, I'm going to go record my pod, just saying with Justin Martindale, just sending y'all some love. Justin, I did chat real quick on your post that you made, I think in your Facebook group, about like, let's move on from the Heather McDonald stuff. And you definitely were encouraging people not to, bash Heather. So I did respect that you wrote that and talked about it just a second ago. Have a fabulous day, Justin. Look at all the love you're getting. Only Zuba, did I hear you on the after show today? That was a great call. I think I was going to DM you. I think that was you. I love when I hear my Jeff Lewis friends call in because I'm like, oh my God, I know her. Oh my God, I know him. I love it so much. Anyways, but it was not me. I was home in Pearland, Texas all weekend. I definitely didn't have a $10,000 with Jeff Lewis. But if I did, oh my God, can you imagine the way he's talking about supposedly being like a 2.5 hour thing and it went 4.5 hours? People are DMing him like crazy to meet with him for $10,000 now. He's going to be lined up every weekend for sure. Okay, let's get into today's Jeff Lewis Live with $1 Million Listing LA's Josh Flagg and Tracy Tutor. I love that show. I have been watching it since it started. I think the New York one was the very first one, right? Like, y'all, I remember when Ryan Serhant was single, waking up at like 4:30 in the morning, like going to work out. I mean, oh my gosh. And now, where did he move to? the guy, the 6'5" Swedish guy that moved from New York to LA for his husband and kids. I think he might have now moved to Miami. I'm getting him confused because he's off the show anymore, so I don't know what's going on with him enough. Anyways, but I love it. I've definitely called into Jeff Lewis a few times. I have never called into that since it's been Jeff Lewis, the digital channel. I haven't called in quite a bit. Frederick, yes, duh. And I loved Frederick's reality show with Bethany Frankel too. But for some reason, I think they didn't get along. So I would assume the ratings were really good. I don't know. I don't think they saw eye to eye on that whole going in together for like flipping houses stuff for sure. It was a lot of talk because Tracy Tutor has two teenage girls, Scarlett and Juliet, ages 17 and 15. Y'all, she is in it. Like, I'm kind of dying that she talked about so much personal stuff because I sort of wonder. I have to assume, being a mother of 5, 4 of them are daughters, I have to assume she's chatted with them about what all she can say publicly. Because my thoughts instantly went when she was talking about the fake IDs, going to bars. Her daughter's a senior. The 15-year-old, I'm assuming, is either a sophomore or junior. It just depends on what year she turned 15 or what month she turns 15. But I was thinking, oh my gosh, any friends that were with them on Labor Day that stayed out till 1:48 in the morning, their friends' moms are like, oh, maybe I don't want them hanging out with Scarlett and Juliet anymore. Maybe Tracy Tutor isn't enough of a good mom to, I don't know. Being a mom is so stressful. It's so, being a parent, I should say, so judgy pants, right? Like, we can judge each other so bad. And then when we're in that same situation with our kids, it's like, oh shit. Like, I have 5 kids. I don't talk about them personally a lot for a lot of reasons, but I will just say, yes, I have very different personalities. Just like Carney Wilson talked about, she's got one 18-year-old and one 14-year-old, and they're very different. So I definitely have kids that I have to worry about things more than others, right? Grades, school, social, everything, right? So I do wonder how much her kids are going to be pissed off that she was talking about that. Oh my God, I love that. Laura says, I have trouble raising my cat. Girl, feel ya for sure. That bar is going to be cruised by LAPD now. Yeah. And I wonder, like, I did talk about with somebody on a DM. I have 2 daughters in college. They're very different. But one, I'll just say, she told us where the freshman bars are. Well, the freshman bars mean all of these people are underage. And she also told us where the bars are that you go to when you're older. And it also means when you're of legal age and you don't need a fake ID, but it's also where kind of the juniors and seniors of college like want you to hang out. Does that make sense? Just like at a football game, my kids, I know that there's like areas that the freshmen hang out, areas that the seniors hang out, areas that the sophomores and juniors hang out. You don't intermingle. Like, you're not welcome there. So there's no reason to go. It's just same with the bars. The freshmen go to the freshman bars and the upper class go to those ones. So let's be honest. I loved how real Tracy was talking. She called her kid a little cunty. Oh my God. If you haven't had a teenage daughter be a little bit cunty to you, you have not raged. When I tell you, it is so emotional when your sweet little children grow up and they can be bitchy to you, and boys. My son has had an attitude too. It is so rage filling because all you do is think back to, oh my God, you sweet little 7-month-old baby, before you could talk back and before you could think about driving and doing all sorts of bad things. And it is a part of our life, right? I love that Carney Wilson on the after show was talking about her struggles. Like, she was really hitting the stuff hard as an 18-year-old, and she likes to let her girls know, hey, this is the stuff I was dealing with. Doug talks about it on the after show, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Jeff talked about it on the after show, basically, again, saying his dad was pretty much, I don't know, done raising him, which is interesting because he's the oldest of the 3. So I almost wonder if Greg and Todd had it even easier, because I think we're always like getting our sea legs with our first 1 or 2 kids. And by the end, like, y'all, my 5th daughter, she's going to have it. I mean, I'm going to be like, I'm just tired. Like, come in whenever. No, I don't think I'll be that way, but there is a part of you that physically you're older, but mentally you're older. Like, oh my gosh, it's just exhausting to be a parent. It's emotional. It's everything. I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot of really good comments. My daughter told me that they don't want to be compared to the old sweet self. Fortunately, she went back to herself very quickly. Yeah, it's being a parent is so hard. We definitely want to talk. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Jeff is starting to consider having another baby since Monroe mentioned to him just recently that she wants to have a sister? So if y'all are new to Jeff Lewis, last March-ish, 2022, right before he started dating Stu, he was going through the process of having another baby. He had picked a boy embryo. That did not work. That embryo didn't implant. Also at the time, he was dating Scott Anderson. Scott was going through the process. So Scott's worked and he has baby Stone, who I guess he's now raising with Jeff's ex-boyfriend, Gage. Oh my God, that's so weird to even say out loud. If you didn't see my Instagram this weekend, or Scott and Gage's, they definitely posted. They're definitely still together. I almost think they heard the rumblings. People must have been DMing them like they were DMing me that that they were broken up. And so they tripled down this weekend and both posted this outdoor beach dinner with their nameplates. Then they doubled down a picture of themselves together. So they are definitely together, no doubt about it. Also, Gage posted a picture early morning of a baby bottle and a cup of coffee. So I'm assuming the sleepover. I mean, of course, sleepovers are happening, right? I don't exactly know when they started dating, but it was definitely last fall. So I knew through somebody that was DMing with someone, that's all I'm going to say, that it was absolutely going on in the fall. I don't exactly know when. I know Scott didn't block me off Instagram until New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. We had a very good, just friendly DM relationship before that. Gage had blocked me a couple of months before, probably because my account was Jeff Lewis Obsessed. I never even followed him or messed with him. Anyways, but I don't know. Jeff sounds like on one of his recent gay walks that he's considering it. I don't know. He's 53, y'all. I have said, even through the whole process, I don't think he should have another baby. I know that's easy for me to say because I'm in it with 5 and my kids are 13, 15, 17, 19, and 21. I just don't think Jeff should have another one. I don't know, but we'll see what ends up happening. Obviously, as a gay man, he can't just, have a baby. So we'll see how that plays out. Stu needs to be the one. Oh, like Stu's biological? Oh my God. Don't even get us started on that with all their pauses. I don't know about that. Robin says, I don't think Jeff will have another baby. It's not a matter if he will. Do you think he should? Not that we have any say over anybody except ourselves if they should have a child or not. I just really don't think he should. But it hurts my heart because if my kid were asking for a sibling, especially knowing now that she spends time with Stone, and so she's got kind of a baby brother that way. Oh, I don't know. He should not, Michael Riley says. It's so hard though, right? So what is Jewish stomach? I literally Googled that. I'd never heard that a day in my life. Now I'm Southern Baptist, so far from any Jewish heritage that I'm aware of, but I'd never heard that they can be literally prone physically to like Crohn's disease and some kind of other stomach issue. So it might be a genetic thing amongst the Jewish population that I just wasn't aware of. But seeing how I was having some stomach issues on my own since late yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I don't have this all the time. Dave and Buster's versus Chuck E. Cheese. If you have not transitioned your family from Chuck E. Cheese to Dave and Buster's, don't hesitate. It is so much fun for us adults. It is even more expensive than Chuck E. Cheese, and the food's not bad. But sometimes I think they do they used to do like a dinner and coupon or a tickets deal, which I don't even know. There's a ticket. It's a card nowadays, so everything's electronic, right? It is so fun though. Oh my God, WJ King. No way. What a way to ruin your 50s than to have another kid. Oh my God, a young kid. I agree. I mean, he's 53. The baby, he's 53 and a half. I mean, Jeff, I share a March 24th birthday with Jeff Lewis. Celiac and my younger sister and being Sicilian and Greek, it's a problem. Oh, so other people. Dave and Buster's is way superior to Chuck E. Cheese. I think so too. If Jeff is planning another baby, I wish, shit, I hate these comments. By the way, I'm working on technology that will keep these up. I wish he would keep it private. Do I wish he would keep it private? So as I was in the shower, I started fast forwarding, just like Tracy Tutor did today. And she was saying, oh my God, Jeff, you are so in for it with Monroe. I mean, listen to how mature yet snarky Monroe. I mean, he's called her the B word multiple times at 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. Can you imagine Monroe in 8 to 10 years with her hormones, with the attitudes? I mean, I feel like Jeff is the easier parent right now, more lenient parent, more fun. And Gage is going to be the strict one. Like, I don't even know, will Jeff even be able to keep talking about Monroe? Or can Gage and his attorneys put a halt to that? I don't even know how that works. I think legally, he is not allowed to talk about her medical stuff. Like if she goes to the doctor, if she has if she's sick, I don't think so, but it didn't stop him from talking about Jamison having COVID. I mean, literally, I think that's illegal to tell medical history like that, especially if we were in the heat of COVID. I mean, he would be like blackballed. People at his apartment complex wouldn't want him to be there. They'd want him to move out. I mean, COVID is a big hot topic, y'all. So I don't know. And I agree. I wasn't even sure, like Jeff and Shane and Tracy, Tutor and Josh, I wasn't even sure what the protocol is now. Do you have to stay away from people for 5 days, 10 days? Do you have to show 2 negative tests before you can go back to work? I don't even know what the rules are. I don't even know. I'm missing so many good comments. I think he asked before saying anything. I mean, did he though? I love Jamison too. I hope his boyfriend doesn't get it. I don't know when he went to Beyonce concert, but I also don't know that you can ever quite know exactly where you got COVID from, right? It's the Wild West now. Exactly. Okay. Y'all talked about earlier the $10,000 dinner for fans. How much, if money were no object, well, never mind. Money is always an object, right? What would you pay if you had it at your disposal? What would you pay to have dinner with Jeff Lewis and Shane, or any of your famous people? Anybody out there? Who would you have dinner with, and what are you willing to pay? Did anyone even know that was a thing? Like, he kind of barely touched on it. He's like, oh, over the years, people have offered me $2,000. Then I raised it to $2,500. Then I raised it to $5,000. And then someone asked me, and I just put out 10, and they said, okay. Oh my God. And Josh Flagg was like, shit, I'll have dinner with someone for $10,000. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Laura says I'm only paying for Doug. I love that. I mean, I sort of love a husband if he I have to tell y'all, that is something that my husband, Mr. Jeff Lewis Obsessed, would do. If money were no object, I could totally see him reaching out to Jeff Lewis or somebody and asking how much to pay to make me happy, like to have dinner with him or have a drink, or, get invited to the 2nd season of Hollywood House Lip premiere, which no, I didn't have to pay anyone or bribe anyone for the first one, but I am manifesting that. So I'm also manifesting something even bigger, to get to go to his personal BravoCon the Thursday night before BravoCon. Now, if y'all have been with me a while or you've scanned down my social media, you'll know that I happened upon it in 2022. So how that happened was he was being super secretive about it. I assumed he had a private event, like a closed door type situation. He wasn't saying where he was having it, when, nothing. And a lot of y'all know he mentions public things, and that basically means come find me. You know what I mean? He wasn't saying anything about this. So of course I didn't care. I wasn't gonna go. MJ, on her podcast, Till the Dirt, her and her husband were talking about the BravoCon from 2019. And she was just saying what her experience was there. Then she announces what hotel Bravo was putting all the Bravo celebrities up for 2022. And it was the Gansevoort Meatpacking District one. So I hear this on Monday. I was flying to BravoCon Thursday. I tell my friend's sister-in-law, she calls that morning and gets a reservation for the rooftop bar for 4 of us, just thinking, okay, we'll just see some Bravo celebrities, because that's pretty much what MJ said was, hey, if you want to see from some Bravo celebrities, they're all staying at this hotel. This is where they're putting us up. So, of course, we go. It was just me and one other, okay? My 2 friends, Kim and her sister-in-law, didn't end up being able to go because it was raining. They got stuck in the rain. It was a mess. Probably her biggest regret, because she would have met Jeff Lewis. Anyways, we get there. Before we could even go up to the rooftop bar, we see a lot of the ladies from Real Housewives of Atlanta, the 2 aunts that own the restaurant. I mean, it was amazing. We go up there. We're sitting in this outside, well, covered outside area, the rooftop bar, and Jeff, Stu, Shane, Alyssa, Kian, who else? Walk in. And I about died. Oh, Kim says, yes, I actually cried. I know. I wasn't going to share any of those details, but I know it was, rain in New York City. And looking back, if we would have ever had an inkling that Jeff was definitely having his, or there was even a possibility, it was so out in the public. We were shocked that that's where he ended up having his thing. I didn't go over to Jeff that night. I met him multiple times by then, and I just didn't bother him. But Chef Stu came over and sat with us and chatted with us. And then I said hi to Alyssa when we left. I met Kian for the first time. I've now met Kian twice, both in New York City, by the way. And then I met with Shannon Bedore and took a picture. I think Vicky Gumbelson. There was a lot of celebrities by then, Bravo celebrities by then, but I didn't bother most of them. When we left, we saw Sheena Shea. We took a picture with her. We saw Madison LaCroix. When we went downstairs, Margaret Joseph was coming in with, who's she coming? Jackie Goldschneider. We took a picture with her. It was amazing. Anyways, Kian does speak. Yeah, he's very shy, but he does speak for sure. Anyways, it was amazing. It was amazing. So I'm definitely manifesting an invitation to that. He has definitely said he's got it sponsored this year. I think it's going to be even bigger than ever. I will be in town. I fly in that Thursday morning. So if any chumps are listening, I would love to be your +1. Oh my God, I would just die. If you could ask Shane anything, what would you want to know? Gosh, I would really have to think on that one. I don't know. I think, do you see yourself with Jeff Lewis long term, like as a career? Like, I really hope so. I hope to see Jeff and Shane together forever. He's had assistants in the past, so but I think we've all really gotten attached to Shane, and I would love to see them like blossom into their careers together and stay with them. I don't know, a question. I don't know. I'd have to think on that one. So many, probably so many. Anyways, I want to know Shane's salary. Oh, y'all mean like really nitty gritty stuff. Ooh, would I want to ask him no, I don't think so. I don't know. It's going to be like, don't even tell me that, Laura, that he and Shane are going to blow up like Jenny Pulos. Don't tell me that. Yes, I'm an Aries, just like Jeff, just like Shannon Bedore. We all 3 share the same birthday. Oh no, Victoria says, when I meet Jeff, do I get too nervous to talk, or are you yourself? He doesn't make me nervous. Yeah, I've met him. The very first time I met him was at a meet and greet, so that's very different, right? But he knew about me because I had called into the radio show and said that I was gotten drunk at my 30th high school reunion. He brought me and someone else that was going to be there, the Adrian Malouf, the drink aid. So he called me up on stage and had somebody hand me that during the show. So at the meet and greet afterwards, we took a picture of me holding the drink aid. But that was the first time I met him. And then I've met him, gosh, I don't know, quite a few times at other things too. Shane will get invaluable connections working with Jeff. I see it going long term. Oh my God, I would hope so. I just feel like they're really a good fit. I don't know. Jeff wouldn't make me nervous either. No, he's so charismatic, y'all. When I tell you he walks into a room and everyone just looks, but I've been in a room with it. So for Amy Phillips' show, and then Margaret Joseph's had a show before that. I had tickets to both, but he and his people weren't coming except for the Amy Phillips show. So I was already there. Doug was already there. I'd already been chatting with him. I'd met a great friend of Doug's and hung out with him. I'd met some other Trumpettes that were there. We were chatting. Margaret Joseph was there chatting, and her assistant, she's not even her, she's her right-hand lady, Lexi. Marge Sr. was there. We were chatting. But I'd already met Jeff by then multiple times, but he's very easy to talk to. He really is. He really makes you feel comfortable. What actually is a kibitz? A kibitz, I think, is just a term for like chatting, hanging out. Yes, they're saying that Shane is getting his own room at the new house. Now, I don't know if he'll keep paying for an apartment. I mean, I think there's benefits, hopefully, to being a roommate to Brogan. I'm just getting more and more of a vibe that maybe Brogan is breaking down and falling for Shane the way Shane has fallen for him. I would just die. Somebody said, would love to know what Jeff thinks of Trace, especially now that he has an OnlyFans. Oh, he does? Oh. I knew he has some very, what is Trace's last name? I forgot his Instagram, but he has a very, he's one of the guys that was on Flipping Out, whatever. Martindale says it's a bad idea to move in with Jeff and work for him. Wow. Okay, the after show today was Doug Buden and Carney Wilson. I think they're a really good fit. Is anyone going to her and her daughter's concert? She did a terrible job of promoting it today. She didn't even know the website or how to buy tickets. So Alyssa had to announce. So Grapevine, Texas is a suburb around Dallas. It's a beautiful suburb. It's great, a little city. There's a Great Wolf Lodge there that my family and I have gone to 5 or 6 times. So we love the area, love it. It's only about 4.5, 5 hours from me. So technically I could probably get up there if she would just announce the date. I do have some plans going on this weekend, but I'm not sure when her concert is with her daughter because she didn't even tell us. But then Alyssa tells us on the after show, the website, and I put it up on my Instagram stories, is like Grapevine, Grape, Grapevine, TexasUSA.com or something like that. But I didn't really have time or feel well enough to look at. Oh, it's on Saturday at 9 p.m. or 9:30, she said maybe. Yeah. And her daughter's got laryngitis. Oh my God. She better get better soon, right? Oh my goodness. What other questions do you have? Oh, it's next, but this coming Saturday? Like the 16th? Yeah. Kibitz is a term for joking around in Yiddish. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Did Heather McDonald unblock you yet? Nope. I checked this morning. I checked because I'm such a numbers person, y'all. If you just only knew, I'm so weird with numbers. I thought of something this weekend after so Friday night, we bought my son his car. Our cars, y'all, not only did his car have to be a 2022, because in my brain, all of my kids, the first one happened to graduate in 2020. Her car happened to be a 2016. So that was 4 years before her graduation date. Then I made sure the next daughter, who was a 2022 graduate, she had a 2018 car. The next daughter is a 2024 graduate because she's a senior. I made sure hers was a 2020. So you guessed it. I'm a numbers person. My son will graduate 2026. Again, 4 years before. I had to make sure it was a 2022. Had to make sure it was that, and low miles is my only requirement for a car. And there's a price range, a price limit for sure, and which we went over. Anyways, but then I realized we own 6 cars now because we have 4 of our 5 kids are old enough to drive almost. It's a 2016, my husband's truck is a 2017. My daughter's car is a 2018. I have a 2019 Suburban. My other daughter's car is a 2020, and now my son's is a 2022. So except for the 2021, we've got in order cars. I know. And my kids' graduation dates based on their ages are 2020, 2022, 2024, 2026, and 2028. Oh my gosh. I'm so weird with numbers. I say that to say it's driving me bonkers that the amount of people I follow is 49 instead of an even number of 50. And that's because Heather McDonald bought me. all the people that I've been blocked by before that I find out, like people can block me and I won't even know. I never even followed them, right? Most of them. So like Tom Sandoval's blocked me. I never followed him. Ariana Maddox blocked me. Lisa Rinna has blocked me. I never even followed those people, so I don't even know why they blocked me. Of course, Gage and Scott. Kibitz means unsolicited advice. Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you, Joyce. I've got to call my insurance agent today and add that car to it. Thank you so much for telling me. I've got to go get the what's that long number? The long number in your car. I got to go tell them that. I don't even want to know. This freaking muscle car, it's a V8. I think that's what's going to get me. I think the V8's what's going to make it be expensive. Oh, LA Sisters got time for Sarah to trade in her Suburban for a sexy sports car. No way. No way. I love my Suburban. The VIN number. Yeah, I got to call and tell him the VIN number. I've met Jeff. He was very friendly, warm, and funny. I love that. By the way, if y'all are ever seeing them, you LA people, or if you just happen to be out there, if y'all ever see him and you post it, tag me. I would love to. If you want me to repost it, I will. If not, just send it to me. I know the boy doubles the price. But even when our daughter, when we added her car, which is not a sports car. Well, I don't know, it's a sports car. It's a this is the car she wants. It's a sporty Ford Taurus. So I don't know what that's called. Limited or whatever it is. It's the sporty version. Like the wheels are really big and stuff. Anyways, that's the car she wanted. I was shocked at what insurance is. And she's a girl and they've all got the well, I don't know if my son will qualify. The 3 older girls have the good grades discount, but you know, what is that, like 5 freaking percent? Not enough, right? Plus, I live in the hurricane area, so we have to pay windstorm insurance. Y'all, when I tell you, I don't know what earthquake insurance costs. We have flood, that's optional, but we pay for that. That's not crazy because I don't live in a flood zone necessarily. And we did not flood during the huge Hurricane Harvey in like 2018, I think that was September. We were like, my area, we were hosting a party the night of that. It was crazy. Nobody knew we were going to flood. We were hosting like there was some boxing match fight on, and we were hosting that. We got like 53 inches. And because of the way our area is built, we didn't flood at all around here, but other people did. So I was out helping other people in days later. But we pay windstorm insurance, which is about 4 times the price of homeowners insurance. It's insane. Oh, a Honda Civic is expensive because it's the most stolen car. Somebody mentioned that. So part of me cleaning out my garage this weekend, which makes me so happy to organize things, is I wanted the 2 kids that are home, not away at college, to be able to park their cars in the garage. And we just had bikes in the way. So I donated 3 bikes. I donated all this stuff and put it on this free group, and people just pick it up at your curb. It was amazing. It was gone within an hour. I mean, within 10 minutes, I had people, because I had baseball bats and expensive Nike cleats, the 3 bicycles. I love knowing that it's just gone and it goes to people that need it. So anyways, I had a Honda Accord that I bought in college, and it was not only broken into, and they stole like the spoiler. I had like this beautiful blue gray, and I had the gold package. This was like 1994. It was a 1994 Honda Accord, like loaded. Bought it myself because I worked my ass off in college, and had the spoiler. They stole the spoiler and they stole the airbags out of my apartment complex that of course had a gate. It didn't matter. I pay the deductible, get all that fixed. I walk out to go to work, which my job at Fox Sports was like a mile from my apartment. And I'm looking for my car. If you have never had a car stolen, it is the weirdest thing. You're convinced. You don't even think. I was like probably 23. I don't even know how old I was. You're just so confused. Like, why your car's not there? It had been stolen. It was a Honda Accord, very popular car to be stolen. I just paid it off. I always pay my cars off super early. And even at 23, I paid my car off early, and the damn thing was stolen. They found it. I swear to you, they had like 35 days to find it or total it. The car, they found it like the 31st day, kid you not, and it was trashed. The car was worth so much that they wouldn't total it out. So I had to get back my car that somebody had been whatever, and everything was stolen. The tires, the airbags, no telling what nasty things have been done to that car. Anyways, okay, well, it is 45 minutes. We like to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me live. It is way more fun. Thank you for sticking with me. I promise you I'm working on technology. It's going to have better audio, better video. Big things are coming. Stay tuned. Make sure you like, make sure to comment, make sure you're following me on all social media under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. If you are lucky enough to have a reality TV obsessed or Jeff Lewis Obsessed friend or family or a Facebook group, please share my information. I would really appreciate it. Our Chumpettes is such a beautiful community. Don't keep it a secret. Let everyone you know about us. Have an amazing day. I'm going to go lay down and hopefully I'll feel a little bit better and I'll be bright and sunny tomorrow. Bye, Chumpettes. Oh, I was trying to read a comment. Thank you for making me feel better.